Good morning, everyone. Buenos dias. We are excited to be here at Coldwell Banker Dynasty here in Temple City. It is a nice, warm, and toasty day, and we're excited to be here and uplift each other in every way, shape, and form. Mark handed me over a quote, and I'm not sure which one he wanted me to share, but I'm going to share this one because of how we started here. The most wasted of days is one without laughter. So, regardless of how we feel and regardless of what we're going through, let's have some laughter in the mix because laughter does provide oxygen to our brain. And boy, do we need oxygen in our brain. So, I want to go ahead and welcome our affiliates here for being here. We are an agency that cares, an agency with a lot of heart. Thank you, John. And we appreciate you. So, I'm going to go ahead and begin here with John. John, you're up.
Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you,
You're
Kelvin, for
welcome.
allowing us to be here. Appreciate it. It's been a while since we've been together, but this we're in the heat of the summer, but we're also in the heat of the market. Right now, there's a lot more deals, a lot more transactions, a lot more opportunities for you to take advantage of. Um, I'm makeshifting, but wear your badges when you're out there in public. If they're volunteerism, do the volunteering. Even step outside the box and check with the bank that you do business with. See if you can hold a booth for a couple hours on a weekday, on the weekend. Get in front of people. Be there to answer their questions. And always keep in touch with their sphere of influence. As far as NHDs go, there's really no change except the fact that you need to order up front. It's free. You only pay if it closes escrow. If you take it on a listing appointment, you get your preliminary title, you take your NHD, you have the valuable information, answer questions, and also ask the questions that may come up that you see stuff in your reports. The other thing I wanted to tell you is, yes, NHD and tax is the one that is mandatory. You should get the environmental report, and here's the reason why. There are several landfills around the San Gabriel Valley, and from the landfills with the decaying, the burns, and everything that goes on, there's different gases that emit. One of them is methane gas. Methane gas is not healthy, and you want to know what the proximity is to the property from the property that you're selling. So if you get the environmental report, you'll be able to have that information at your fingertips and then be able to answer questions. If you need to, bring in your teammate, John Wax. I'm here to help you with the FHDS or anything in the report to answer questions. Some of the ones in your valley are the Puente Hills landfill, which is located in Whittier, City of Industry. And this was one of the largest ones, and it is being monitored. Another one is the former BKK landfill located in West Covina. It was a former class 1, and it had to be closed down in the 1990s because of the gas migration as well as a forced explosion. So be aware of this stuff, get the information in the reports, and we're here to help you and protect your deals and protect you and make sure you get all the information you need in order to have a smooth transaction. Thank you so much for choosing me and Snap HD. All our deals are backed by $100 million of E&O insurance. We step in the shoes to protect you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate you so much, John. And here, if I know who's here next is Scott. So Scott, you're up.
Hey everybody, Scott Shimamoto here, Journey Mortgage Advisors. I'll get really quick. So if you guys have a condo that's in any of your transactions, just be aware that they have updated the Fannie Mae guidelines on condos, and uh, like we're still getting used to it. The industry will get used to it, but right now everybody's getting used to this right now. So there's a chance that your condo associations may not be up to speed, and if that happens, then you might not get your approved, even though your borrower is approved and everything else. But they have to have different insurance now and everything else. So just be aware of that. If you have like 3 or 4 transactions all stacked up like in a row, like one has to close for the next one to to close. Then if you have like a house in the middle of this versus a condo, you may want to take the house temporarily. Um, I'm helping a client, they're just buying a condo, so it's no problem. But like if it's all stacked up together, you just might run into something in the middle. So just be aware of that until the industry gets used to this, these new requirements. You might have some issues. So yeah, anyway, I'd love to help you guys with your pre-approvals, and thank you, Sylvia and Kelvin, for letting the affiliates participate.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you always. And next, who I see here is Nicole. Nicole, you're up.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday, Nicole Menard, Fidelity National Title. Thank you, Kelvin and Sylvia, for allowing us to join you. Have missed seeing all of you. Just wanted to share that Fidelity has partnered with Clear, and that's the Clear that you're signed up for if you travel. And that's to help with identity. So we've launched that as of this week, Monday. Clear will be used on select transactions, especially non-owner occupied, vacant land, and other high-risk transactions. So just giving you peace of mind, actually all of us, especially with the environment that we're living in with fraud, know that we are trying to protect the transactions and clients, and I'm here to support your title needs. Please reach out if I can help you in any way. Nicole Menard, Fidelity National Title. Be sure to stay well hydrated. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Same as well. Appreciate you. And next I see here is Jaden. Jaden, you're up.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Sylvia and Kelvin, for having me here, by the way. I am Jaden, and I am with Elite Group Inspections. If we have not yet met before, we have more than 65 inspectors who are all background check certified and insured, which is very important in the state of California. There is no licensing for home inspectors, so just be very cautious of that. Please, 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 if you are using a home inspector who is not us, just make sure they're certified and insured. We do more than just standard home inspections. We also do mold, and then within mold, we do swab testing and indoor air quality testing. We do termites, solar panels, sewer scope, commercial, pool and spa, roof certifications. We truly are a one-stop shop, and we are open 7 days a week. We go all the way from Ventura to San Diego counties and everywhere in between. I will put my information in the chat. If anyone has any questions, you can always reach out to me. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate you as always. Next here, who I see next in line is Unita. Unita, you're up.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Coldwell Banker Dynasty. Hi, Sylvia.
Hi there. Good morning.
Thank you. I just want to say hello to everybody. If you guys need any home warranty, you need a Woo from Home Warranty of America with a 13-month home warranty. We're here to serve you anytime. If you guys do need any open house or anything like that, please reach out to me with any of your ordering. We're here to help. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next who I see here is Matthew. Matthew, you're up.
Hey everyone, can you believe it's already 84 degrees and it's only 10 in the morning? What's going on here? Matthew
I
from
know.
Title, it's so crazy. If I haven't met you yet, yeah, whatever you need, farms, if you need market updates, it is a very unique market, or you just don't know where to start when it comes to marketing yourself, please contact me. I will make your life a lot easier. I'll drop my number in the chat, and I hope everyone has an amazing day.
Thank you. Appreciate you very much. And next here in line is Tina. Tina, you're up.
Hello, everyone. Great morning, Coldwell Banker Dynasty. Happy to be here. I'm Tina Andrews with Choice Home Warranty. Happy to help anytime. We also offer 13 months, ready to go out the door. Looking forward to working with you. I am so accessible. I'm happy to help. If you have any questions, even outside of the warranty policy, my dad's a retired electrical engineer. I'm so dialed in. So I have a lot of answers to a lot of questions when it comes to home ownerships and things happening in your home. I'm looking forward to working with you, and thank you again. And everyone, stay hydrated, drink your water. Have a blessed day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tina. And I see Nancy here. Nancy, you're up.
Good morning, everybody. I think everybody knows me. I'm always been here, and I will continue to support Sylvia and everybody in this business. Thank you so much. Anytime you have questions, There's a lot of condos for sale. There's condo certification for the balconies. Let me know if you have any questions. Things are changing, but I'll change with you to support you get more business. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome. Thank you. I like that, Nancy. I'll change with you. That's a really great attitude for everyone, for all of us to take that with us. So, with that said, my goodness, the ship has um, sailed and come back, and guess who's back with us? Our very own Kelvin Chang, our broker. We missed him. We missed Mama Bear. We missed everyone, and we're so happy to welcome Kelvin. Kelvin, welcome back to an agency that cares with a lot of heart. We promise. We didn't party all the time, but we did party all the time. Business always as usual, running successful. And you're up, Kelvin.
Thank you for the
You're
welcome,
breaking up,
warm
Sylvia.
introduction. Appreciate it, everybody, and happy to be here. Just got back from, right, as you can see here on my right, we've got some Santorini images I took. Was in Greece, was traveling Europe, Italy, Turkey, and really had a good time with the family on a nice cruise. So, refreshed. I'm actually up to date now. I got caught up in all my work and file checks and paying checks, and now ready to get all of you guys up to date, get some industry news, some new tools and technology that's going to be available exclusive to Coldwell Banker, and also want to let you guys some learning opportunities while you're still trying to get some business throughout the second half of 2026. So thank you all for being here, and really wanted to first start off with the classes and stick to the end because I do have a lot of information. We might go long today. But again, we skipped the last meeting, so I wanted to really get and cover everything. So I'm gonna start sharing my screen, and good to see, wow, a lot of you guys are all here logged in. Uh, hopefully you guys can see my little screen here right now, right? Okay, so in terms of what to look forward to in the next quarter, this is on the horizon. October 7th and 8th, we will have the Reimagine Expo. So wanted to make sure this is on your radar. It's right here locally in Long Beach. So I'd love to have us as a group go attend probably on the 7th or the 8th and caravan, see the expo, get some free classes and learning, and obviously just see what's going on in the industry. You could see that there is a whole speaker lineup. There are paid lunch speakers as well if you want to listen to the key speaker. But you have really, really cool speakers here. You have the co-founder of Netflix, Mark Randolph. You have Next Home over here. You have one of the chief artificial intelligence offers of CAIO. And all of these people, including the guy I follow, Jordan Levine, he's always giving us the industry news and economics. So anyways, you wanted to let you know there are some really powerful people here to help you with your marketing, with your learning, with your growth. And you can see there's a lot of speakers that you can sign up for. And so just want to make sure it's on your radar. Hopefully you save the date and you can register for free at reimagineexpo.org. Okay. On the Arcadia Association of Realtors, they have their classes that's coming for this summer. You could go ahead and join the FIFA World Cup session going on in collaboration with Aria. So if you want to join here, they're taking over the entire 87 Raymond Avenue. I think this is called this is I think a restaurant, but you can go ahead and they're taking it over, watching it together, network with other realtors, and you can register over here. The social media secrets real estate agents can't afford to ignore. So this will help you with your, Instagram, Facebook pages with some strategies for you to try and implement because I can tell you AI is very important. If you're not putting up posts or you're not online and you're not constantly updating yourself, you're not going to be visible or found. I recently had a buyer even just find me and they used AI. And so he says, hey, I found you using AI. You popped up. I want to search for San Gabriel Value homes to buy. And they called me. Isn't it great that when people come to you instead of you chasing them? So if you want to have that kind of hopeful potential business, you do need to have some online presence. and social media is one of the best ways you can do it. There's a top producer panel. So if you want to go on July 30th, there's a 3-hour session to learn from a top producer and get some delicious Italian cuisine at Domenico's. That's free to you. So what more do you get? This is not a lunch and learn. This is a dinner and learn. So take advantage of some of your benefits of your membership to a local board and sell houses when co-owners disagree. I just recently had a situation like this where one of our clients had a big disagreement with their partner on the expenses, on how to sell, how much repair to give, the price. Anyways, there it was nasty. Glad that we resolved it. I had to step in and just get them to understand that your differences have nothing to do with the buyer. So whatever your differences are, let's hold that money back. Let's keep that money aside. Let's close this escrow and then let's figure this out. So I do think there are certain instances where even sellers, it could be a husband and wife, it could just be simple partners, that we're gonna have to do some doctoring, some psychological or psychiatry therapy sessions with them. And at the end of the day, I do think these understandings will make you a stronger reason why you should be their agent, their listing agent. Okay. So we have another other cool classes here. You have probate class, preventative property management at the AAR. So just be on the horizon if you're an AAR member. Check it out and see what you can get available to you. And many of these, as you can see, are free. So, and if you do want to go watch the Angels game with the AAR, it's only $18. Hey, maybe that's something I might want to take my boy to. So, if you want to watch a baseball game, check it out, and you can take advantage of that benefit. All right. So, in the West San Gabriel Valley Association, they also have a good amount of classes and bypassing probate using a petition to determine succession of real property, and this is an interesting way to make sure that your clients who maybe can't afford a trust or who are not knowledgeable, they're getting elderly. This is a good time, even if they're not elderly. If they have real estate, they should be having a succession plan. And so I do think it's wise and you as your job as a realtor to educate them about protecting their asset and preserving it for their families or children and at least giving them the guidance. So learn this class. It's an attorney class, so I always love that. Register over here. It's only 1 hour long. And that is today from 11 to 12. So pop on over to and join and register for the class if you're interested. As far as other classes, sell more homes with government programs. If you want to really help out first-time home buyers, and to be a first-time home buyer, you only have to basically meet a minimum threshold of not purchased within the last 3 years and have a certain income threshold. I think it's under $115,000 for a household. And if you want to sell more homes and understand these programs that are kind of by certain cities and areas that want to encourage home ownership, then learn using some of these programs like the Dream program. There's also going to be, various types of financing assistance, down payment assistance that your buyers might qualify for, and they'll love you for introducing this to them. There's green designation if you want to get that done. It's only 2 days, and you can have that kind of nice little certificate to have behind your signature line. If you want to renew your license, you can do 45 hours for free with the board. And immigration and caveats for commercial, you can take some classes for that. AI for real estate 2.0. I think this is interesting. If you haven't taken it, Derek Talbert is teaching specific models of where AI can help you as a real estate professional. And you have other types of stuff like certifications for home finance resource, which makes you an HFR national designated and accredited NAR designation. Okay, so those are the different types of offerings available for you. Some of you are asking, hey, should I use ZipForms Classic or use the new ZipForms Transact provided by Lone Wolf? So those of you who are planning for the future, Zip forms by the end of December will be transitioning entirely into a Lone Wolf product. Lone Wolf offers a lot of multitude of products, but one of them is going to be our new zip forms. So if you want to be ahead of the curve, I've already had many people ask me, how do I use Lone Wolf? It's very, very similar, but at the same time, if it's confusing to you, take a 3-hour class right here. It's either September or November. Learn the new ways that we're going to be writing our offers and listing agreements and contracts and disclosures. So 3 hours ahead right here. Alrighty. Moving on. If you want to take a Coldwell Banker class where agents help agents, I'm going to share this link with you as well because many of you are not logging in. So I'll go ahead and help you. It's always in the CB University little box at mycbdesk.com. But if you're lazy, I'll share it in the chat box right now. Let me pull up my chat box and get this in front of you. Where's my chat box? Here it is. Okay. So agents helping agents. I think a lot of top producers from around the states are going to be sharing best practices. They are pretty much the open box because they're not afraid of you entering their market. So these top producers do have a lot to share and ideas for you to implement in your prospecting, basically your prospecting strategies. And that was the word I was looking for. So there's sessions every single Friday. You can see just 11 o'clock. And if you want to sign up for them, just go ahead and click all register. And maybe if one Friday you'll find it to actually join, and you'll find that there are really just good conversations where agents who are successful are willing to openly talk about what they're doing, what they're doing well. And it's going to be new agents every single week. So if you're looking for someone other than myself kind of guiding you, these are all top producers that are really, really highly regarded and respected in the industry in their marketplace. In the CAR space, one of the classes I was wanted to highlight coming up next week is AI Now. It says in Fresno. Never mind. This is going to be not online offering. But if you happen to be wanting to go to Fresno for only $49, you can go ahead. It includes lunch and join this AI class. Okay. I think they already had the AI one at UCLA 2 months ago. I think a couple of you went, like Shanae. But this is the same class, but now it's in mid-central California. Um, Coldwell Banker exclusively has a partnership with Redfin that we're going to be, we already opted in. So I've been working with Mary Lee Blaylock myself, the president of Coldwell Banker Affiliates, and my senior management liaison. So beginning today, if you have a new listing that's coming out, you have the ability to put it as coming soon. And you also have not only because the coming soon in the MLS only exposes it really to whoever's sharing it from the agent side. So an agent directly has to share it with their client. So that reaches a limited number of consumers when you're trying to build some traffic, some eyeballs on your listing. So, if you want to reach a much, much wider audience, which is the globe, Redfin is a great site to use. I personally like it a little bit better than Zillow. And Redfin now is in collaboration in sharing all of our coming soons. And all you have to do is just go ahead and have a direct link where Redfin, they're going to basically have a link for you to just add your MLS number, and you can just go ahead and now it will be exposed to the globe as a coming soon status. This is really in relation to the NAR, where brokers and agents should have the right of where their listings get seen. So obviously, we're working with some of the best, and Redfin's a very, very tech-focused competitor, but at the same time, we're also in very good relations in putting our listings with their database to get a much, much wider audience for all Coldwell Bankers. So a lot of them are transitioning because don't forget, Compass is our national parent company that owns Coldwell Banker now. And so Compass, Redfin, we're aligned with some of the biggest names in the industry, unlike our competitors here in San Gabriel Valley. So our company and sister companies with many, many more. So take a look, and there's nothing much for you to do except for these are the instructions right here, where if you want to learn how to get your coming soons into a wider audience, this is the link here where you could sign up for a webinar. So let me go ahead and sign back into, I got logged out. And if you have any questions, feel free to interrupt me anytime. But as I get logged in, this is going to help me share with you that the brokers are getting trained this week. So in my sessions, I'm going to be learning how to get all of these coming soons into. I'm really excited to be with you guys today. There's a 25-minute class here. So if you're interested in watching this or whatnot, I mean the link is here, but I don't think it's going to show up in your My CB Desk feed. But if you can try to log in, and if you're interested, this is for you listing agents out there. Okay. Now, on to other news. I talked about AI, and AI is very relevant because a lot of buyers are using this in their home search. They're saying stuff like, how find me an Arcadia or Temple City real estate agent who's very successful, or top buyer's agent or top listing agent. And more than 1 out of 5 prospective buyers are currently using the AI or chatbots for finding their next realtor, especially the younger generation, which is 1/3 of the people out there. They're really using AI to help them educate them about neighborhoods, about financial planning, and searching for a home. So make sure you're writing great descriptions. Make sure that your listing they could be searched. I want a home with an ADU. I want a home with a pool. And if you're writing these in your description, it's going to make your listing a lot more visible and pop up in the AI. So, so a lot of this is just insight. I'll share this article with you because I think it's a very nice article to kind of just read through, knowing what they're searching for. And a good amount, more than half of them are just really education stuff that realtors typically used to do. So in terms of that, this is a nice little article. I don't know why my chat box always disappears, but here's the link right there. So read through that. I find it insightful, and how you can really just gain an edge over those who are not using AI. Okay. Now, the news in terms of buyer activity, that purchase activity has dropped 7%. Less people are applying for a mortgage as the rates continue to be elevated nationwide. So the key takeaways is just this. I want to let you know by the last week, mortgage applications fell by 2.7%, which is a 7% drop in home purchase demand. So the demand is not there. That's why you're seeing a lot of sellers their properties sitting on the market or taking longer to sell on days of market. And there's really high concerns about inflation, obviously, because the Middle East wars with Iran never really hit any peace treaty going on. There's still conflicts, and we're still continuing to bombard them with missiles and bombs and whatever attacks that are, in the Strait of Hormuz. There is some refinance activity going on by 4%, and those are the key takeaways. Just letting you know, there's not much else to read through this besides that the average fixed rate is for a 30-year mortgage is 6.7%. This is the third highest average in the entire 2026. So we're still facing high financing costs. That shouldn't stop anyone from buying if they're ready and they're looking as a family, because I can tell you, who cares if you're paying 6.7% if you get the price of 75,000 under their asking price. So the bigger picture is the price that you pay, not the interest rate you're charged until you refinance for the next maybe 3 years, 4 years down the line when rates cool down. Who knows when that is, but to me, price is a lot more important than what your rate is. Alrighty, so that our application, that's a nice little news. You can read the market minute updated by CAR, and they also agree housing market conditions in California specifically remains very lackluster. So sales volume in the first half of 2026 is low volume, and we do have some promising signs as the second half goes underway. So number one, they have the 21st Century Road to Housing Act. This is a federal bill that's passed both Congress and the Senate and the House, where they're asking Trump to basically sign the bill this coming week, where they want to introduce much more improved federal housing programs, more affordable housing initiatives, and more housing production. So you'll start seeing more inventory hitting the market as they make it easier for home builders to get, their permits approved. So that's something on the horizon where I do believe that this is something Trump should be signing and helping the affordability of homeownership. Okay. They're expected to pick up as the rate locks rise. So what this means is that I think the most recent federal meeting on interest rates, they shared that they have a much lower chance of them raising rates for the federal funds target. So that's a good signal. It does help much borrowers have that certainty to hopefully purchase knowing that the rates shouldn't be going up by the end of the year. Although it still has a chance, they're always going to be monitoring to see how inflation is going. But at the same time, the Fed believes that they shouldn't need to raise the rates. At least less people are voting for that. So that makes, hopefully, will improve, help the stock market a little bit, rebound. And overall, our economy is going very well. I think the latest news I heard was year over year nationally, homes have still appreciated nationwide by 2% year over year. So that there is no crash going on. We haven't had decline in values, just in certain small markets. Um, and as terms of this and that, short-term inflation inches up, but there's very good optimism about employment and whatnot. I want to get into one of the cool new offerings that none of you probably are aware of. CAR has signed up for something called Ethica Voice Pilot, a free CAR member benefit. And for those of you who are always on the go, or if you're driving a vehicle like this gentleman here, you have the ability to dictate to Ethica Voice Pilot, and it will help you draft a contracts, disclosures, paperwork, and put it right into your zip forms. So I think that's something that's interesting because many of you,
your tools should keep
and
up.
hopefully you can
Ethica Voice Pilot is a
just, can someone say yes or no? Can you hear this audio or not? I'm going to go ahead and play.
mobile experience that lets agents create, review, and submit offers directly from their phone, no laptop required.
Okay, Ethica, let's pick up where we left off.
Welcome back. I'll guide you step by step through each section of the contract. Just follow the prompts. What is the property address? So while you focus on clients, Ethica Voice Pilot lets you draft offers on the go, review the completed RPA, and submit when you're ready. Concerned about compliance? Automated safety checks help make sure your forms are complete and catch common mistakes. I don't see a signed VRBC on file for 1234 Maple Street. Before drafting an offer, we'll need to ensure commission terms and dates are aligned.
Thanks, Ethica. Sir, my buyer's name is Jill Hansen, and send me a 90-day expiration reminder.
How much for the earnest money deposit? You usually do 3% of the purchase price.
3% for the EMD.
Number of days to deposit the EMD?
3 days.
once you're satisfied, submit the offer through Ethica Voice Pilot and continue on with your day. And don't
So hopefully you guys heard that because I didn't hear anyone respond yes or no, so I played it. But what this means is it's helping us become a lot more efficient with our time. And I see that as you see people driving or you see people exercising. Sometimes you get harassed by a client and say, "Oh, can you write me up an offer for? I saw a property at open house last week. Blah 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 blah. Can you help me write the offer?" And if you happen to be very busy or hiking the mountains, you can dictate. It'll ask you questions and you tell them how to write the offer. It'll prepare it for you. And obviously, it's going to require you to review it, but at the same time, you can have these populated and filled in with the voice of this person asking you what questions, like how much is the loan amount, how many days of the contingency period you want for the loan, for the appraisal, for the inspection. So these are all cool things. If you'd like to adapt to new technology and try it out, you can already get a free account, activate it with your cell phone, and use this link called heyethica.com. And ultimately, there is a frequently asked questions. This is free. There's going to be more tools available to you in the future as they get this start spread more adoptability by the agents, and it's paid already by your CAR membership. So I think that's really cool to try out. I think I'd like to try that out, especially if I happen to be, I don't know, barbecuing or I'm doing this and that. And if I get a call, I don't want to be on my laptop filling out a contract. I just want to voice it out, let it put it together for me, and hopefully it makes my life a little bit more efficient. I haven't yet used it yet. This is pretty brand new. So if this is the first, hopefully you want to try it out. It's there. Okay. Um, I know a lot of us have clients that are looking to remodel their property or do some improvements before they sell their old property. Okay. And that's something that I'm finding that, oh, I want to paint my interior, exterior. I want to remodel my kitchen. I want to do my bathroom. Um, those are all great things to do, especially prepping your property, especially if you have time and you're not, in a time crunch. But if the seller wants to do this, then they rely on you as an agent to refer them contractors, just teaching you this is from the DRE that all work done as an agent you're supposed to be using a contractor if the cost of the job is more than $500. So I find a lot of handymen are doing more than $500 worth of work. Okay, so I'm just letting you know this is technically not legal per California law. So any construction that costs more than $500 in combined labor and materials, which is practically every job is going to cost that much, you're supposed to use a contractor. There's various types of contractors, everyone. A B2 is the newest residential remodeling classification. A B2 license allows a contractor to work on bathroom and kitchen remodels, cabinet replacement, flooring, plumbing, and electrical. Okay. So this is but they cannot do any structural. That is something that a new B2 license can do for a contractor. If you want to look up what kind of what kind of license they have, you can use the California State Licensing Board to check any contractor's license and see what type of credentials they have. Because if you hire an unlicensed contractor, it does put clients at risk by exposing them to legal liabilities. Maybe they don't do and they're not able to pull proper permits with the city. Maybe they're not able to carry certain types of insurance or E&O or workman's comp for the subcontractors that this person claims to have. So find my licensed contractor. There's a feature at the state licensing board. And if you get in any dispute with the contractor, if you threaten them with filing a complaint with the California State Licensing Board, all of these contractors will start pivoting their dialogue and conversation. They'll try to work with you because they are very afraid of getting any type of complaints with the Licensing Board of California. So these are the tips. Try to get 3 written bids when you are comparing any cost of any work like a bathroom remodel. And, have the contractor provide a detailed writing contract. Don't just sign it electronically and sign. Read through the paperwork. So many contractors will put language in here that favors them. And, confirm that they pull all required building permits. Never pay more than 10% down, whichever is less. If a lot of these contractors ask for 50% down, and they go, "Oh, I need to buy all the material. Can you help me with 50% down?" Don't pay cash. Write a check and save copies. Don't let these payments get ahead of the work. Like, don't pay advances to the contractors. A lot of times they're using your money to pay for someone else's remodel work. And they just kind of have a little, not all of them are well financed and managed. So, don't make your final payment until you're satisfied with the job and the building department completed the inspection and the final checkoffs of the permits. All right, so those are the recommendations from the DRE. Now, I have something for you for those of you who do have sellers who want to get their property ready. And this is exclusive to Coldwell Banker. Okay. Coldwell Banker does have a program now. It's called Market Ready. And let me share this with you. Okay. This is from our president of Coldwell Banker, Mary Lee Blaylock, who's sharing with us a very, very brand new tool that is going to allow you as a Coldwell Banker agent to compete head over heels with something and offering that directly helps sellers and listing agents to get a lot more value without that no other competitor is providing. Okay, what is it? It is called Market Ready Concierge. If you have a seller who does not have $30,000 for a home remodel, they have the ability to unlock up to $75,000 based on their, purchase price and how much loan amount they have. It also depends on their FICO score of the seller. Hopefully they have a good FICO, then they are a little bit more trustworthy and responsible with their credit. So for these sellers, if you're a Coldwell Banker seller agent, your seller needs some money, like $20,000, whatever it is, to do a remodel, to do some painting, a brand new roof, maybe upgrade their electrical. Don't you think that this property will be much more attractive and easier to sell compared to their neighbors if they do that work first? And the number one complaint about these sellers is, I have no money. I don't have $25,000 to spend. Well, here's what we offer. Our brokerage and you as the agent have no liability. Notable is a company that will offer through the partner program with Coldwell Banker up to $75,000 to the seller, and they'll use this for their home remodeling improvement projects. They get up to 12 months to pay this back, or whichever happens, or the close of escrow. So they don't have to make any of these payments. You can wait until the close of escrow, use the proceeds of the sale, because typically, if I remodel my kitchen, bathroom, and do some painting, my property should sell for much more than what I anticipated to sell it for, and it will show faster. So what it can do is give this money to the seller. We're not responsible or liable anyway for this loan amount that they take. And all these clients have to do is just go ahead and apply for this upfront loan. Okay. They have some caveats. It's up to 10% of the listing price. So if it's $1 million, you're gonna, even though it's $1 million home and it's paid off, they're still only gonna give you 75,000. If it's a 700, you have to have a 680 FICO score if you want to take $50,000 out, which a lot of people do, especially if they own a home. And if you want greater than 50,000, you have to have a minimum FICO of 780. So sellers should have a minimum of at least 20% equity, which most of these sellers already qualify because there's been so much home appreciation. So this is the Market Ready Concierge. Most homes do sell. And what's the charge? Well, they're only going to have to pay roughly 0.92% per month as interest-only payments. It only applies to what you use. So maybe you only take the contractor remodeling says, oh, I need to do the bathroom remodel, but we don't need to do all the tile purchases. We don't need to do all of the plumbing fixture purchases yet. Let's first work on the plumbing now. Let's first work on the this and that now. And as you pull draws, then you pay your interest payments. So you can draw 10,000 first and then draw 30,000 and then in wave two. So this is a cool thing. It's an offering that you as Coldwell Banker agent can offer to your seller subject to their, obviously they have to have, seven something hundred plus FICO scores. All right. So just something to add to your listing presentation and to learn more about. Any questions? Okay.
Yes, Kelvin, I have a question.
Yep.
It's Amy. So for this loan, will it affect the original loan that the buyer is getting? Or do we need to disclose that to the lender?
The original buyer is applying for their own loan.
Right.
And so there has nothing to do with the buyer at all. This is going to add a loan to the seller. This is called a pre-listing tool to make your property much more attractive before you go on the market.
Oh, so this is not for the buyer, it's for the seller.
This is for the
Okay.
seller to prep their home pre-listing.
Okay.
And in order to qualify, it's only a $500 loan origination fee. And they'll pay something like maybe around 0.75 to 1.4% per month on interest-only payments,
Hmm.
only on the used funds. And it's paid at closing, at the close of escrow.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it.
I didn't hear that part. That was for the buyer.
No, 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 no.
Thanks
This
for
is
clarifying.
for yeah. It's for us to be, obviously Cole Banker wants us to be listing agents. I want you guys to be listing agents. And to me, this is just an extra pre-listing tool that separates you. You can spend 10 minutes on this or 5 minutes just to share this single page form. Print this. I'll share this it's on my CB desk.
Hmm.
But imagine your listing presentation. This is a tool that no other listing agent, they interview three agents sometimes. No one's offering this. And this is
Hmm.
a really, what to me, separating factor of why they should pick you versus competitor B. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Kelvin.
No problem. So if you want to print this out, obviously it's already in your CB desk, but I'll just share with you the link. Thanks for that. Any other questions? All right. Now we're already 10:50, so let's get and move on. I do have wow, I have Oscar Way's newest what's called Economic Outlook for California, but we don't have time for that. I'll cover it in the next sales meeting. He'll do an update. I'm going to share it if you're interested, then I'll just share it in the chat so you can read all the charts and economic geeky stuff that I look at. This is the PowerPoint that's updated just a few days ago from Oscar Way. Okay. All right. Let's get into our here's a good article as well. Let me just share this article since I'm already sharing some links. If you want to take this article here, this is how to handle a conversation from sellers who say their listing expired, or maybe they previously listed with somebody else a year ago or whatever. And if you're approaching expired listings, these sellers often just rely on relationship and say, "Oh, I trust this guy. The market was bad, or the interest rates were high. That's why my home didn't sell." And many of these sellers will just reuse and recycle the same listing agent because of relationship. But at the same time, in all fairness, I think you as a listing agent, prospective candidate, should ask certain questions like, well, you're going to relist with the same person. You're probably going to get the same results. And I don't know which person you're using, but I don't know how well you were communicating or what strategies they use. But I think it's a good idea that to ask the client, well, if what new strategies are they going to do this time around? Is this new agent just going to do the same thing they did last time and put it in the MLS with the same photos and the same marketing? Or are they going to change anything that they're doing? And that's something to make the seller rethink their mind and processes about whether they should list with that same agent. So if you want to watch this video, this coach is teaching for just 15 minutes how to handle those objections. And I think it's a nice watch if you have 15 minutes of your valuable time to improve your listing presentation arsenal of objections so that you are much more prepared to answer any type of objection any seller will bring to you. So if you like this article and video, 15 minutes, Here's a little link. Let's move on. Okay, so we have a lot of listings to cover. Hopefully, you've been busy on really just building your next pipeline of leads and future deals going on. But if you want to sell some inventory, and let me get my code for logging in. Okay, I'm logged in. Give me a second as this loads. Let's talk about our listings going on. And since we skipped last meeting, I'll probably be covering the last 3.5 weeks of new listings. Okay. Sorry, it's taking a while to load. Hopefully the MLS and internet speeds improve. Interesting. I don't know why it's loading so slow. I refreshed. Hopefully this works. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's loading so slow. Okay. Now it's going. Okay, thank you for your patience. Our first listing right here, we got Keystone number 2, which is a Los Angeles condominium. 3647 is wow, it looks really nice. The photos look attractive. It's professionally done. 3 beds, 2.5 baths, 1462 square feet. Congrats to our listing agent, Helen and Amy. Amy, you want to share anything about this? If not, you can see the photos. This is ready to go. To me, it looks super clean. This seller is doing it right. The agents are promoting it right. This is in kind of in LA near the west side. And hopefully, if you have any clients, this is priced pretty decently. Good luck on that listing, Amy, and Helen. As far as the next listing goes, we have 690 Marengo Ave, number 6, Pasadena. If you're looking for a nice little condo townhouse style, it's only $969,000 for a 3 bedroom, 3 bath. This is pretty price low considering it's in Madison Heights. This location right here is excellent. Very, very highly desirable area, especially if you're into trick-or-treating in Halloween, for example. This area really does it nice and well. It's ready to go, move-in ready. We're having a public open house on Thursday and Saturday, hosted with Cherry Fung. So this is listing agent is Daniel Wong. And I think this is going to sell because this is a very, very nice home as well. It's ready to go, done right. And congrats to Daniel Wong on his brand new listing. Next listing we have is hold on a sec. Something's going on with my internet. Maybe I'm gonna change internet to my cell phone if you don't mind. I'm gonna what's called tether my phone. Take me about a minute. Okay, so hopefully this will work. I'm gonna start using my phone internet right now. Much faster. All right. 620 North Mar Vista, number 6 in Pasadena is for rent, 2,900 per month. It's a 3 bedroom, 1,000 square feet, and just north of the 210 freeway, right here, for a nice little multi-level condominium. Check this out, apartment style. Um, it's got laundry there. This is listed with Amy. So if you have anyone looking for rent, talk to Amy. She has a nice little Pasadena unit. And 30902 Rue de la Pierre, Rancho Palos Verdes. Gorgeous $2.5 million estate. Just hit the new market with a sunset view from the house. Look at those beautiful skies and with an ocean, panoramic ocean view, mind you. This is a really cool home. I think it's very special. Wow, look at those high ceilings. And it's ready to go. Very, very attractive and beautiful. If you have anyone looking for this, Anna Huay's brand new listing. I think this should go because obviously right here, right on the Palos Verdes area, 2.5 million is pretty reasonable. If you have any clients looking for something this special. 9724 Cortada, Unit C in El Monte is only 765,000 for this nice little detached single. It's a townhouse style, but it's detached home. So for 4 beds, 3 baths, you can get something affordable for 765,000. Listing agent is Jean Chang. Jean, do you want to share anything about your lovely new listing? I love how she put the furniture together. It looks really staged and nicely with clean and obviously this should sell because this is a 4 bedroom for under 800,000. Very nice property.
Yes. And have a very big backyard, and beside that, and two-car garage, and the other one outside is reserved for the property. That means total have three-car parking. And
Extra guest parking outside is nice.
yes,
Love it.
yes.
And the
And what
HOA fee is only
yeah,
130.
30.
Okay, so it's
Yes.
reasonable.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So the client refurnish the client renovation the whole thing inside and outside. Yeah.
It does look like it's remodeled inside and outside. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
awesome. Thank you so much. If you're not, maybe we should post an open house since this is a new listing, because I don't see any open house posted. Or if you want to volunteer, talk to Gene.
Yes.
515 Fairview Ave, Arcadia. Wow, we got a $12 million property for 22 units. Okay, guys, this is an Arcadia um, apartment building where you have 22 units and fully occupied. And it's very easy to rent out if you're right near Huntington Drive, prime location. So if you have anyone wanting to purchase a 22 units, that's not too bad at 500,000, less than 500,000 a pop. So you have 20,000 total square feet living area and check that out. If you have anyone doing a 1031 exchange, talk to Henry Liu if you have anyone interested in buying this apartment building. 20 of them are 2 bedrooms, 2 garage, and 2 of these units have 3 bedrooms, 3 garage. So That's on the market. Talk to Henry if you have anyone interested for something on Fairview. 840 Foothill in Azusa is 250,000. This is a lovely two-bedroom, two-bath manufactured home on a land lease, I imagine. I believe this is what's called Doreen's new listing. Doreen and Tammy have this Azusa listing for sale, and it's 1,200 square feet, two bedrooms, two baths. Affordable living still in California is achievable. So those who don't have a lot of reserves or cash down, blah blah blah, they can still have and own their own manufactured home for 250. 167 Sultana in Upland. Here is a gorgeous little property that has 7.8 million for nearly 9,600,000 square feet and 2.5 acres lot size. So if you have anyone looking for a development mixed use type of property, it's definitely has a lot of flexibility since it's 2.5 acres. And Henry Liu has the contact for his new listing over here. Talk to him if you have anyone looking for Upland property, which is an up and coming city. 208 East Holt in Pomona. This is Jagjit Singh's listing. It used to be a liquor store, flower store. This is a nice little property retail for rent at $24.50 per month. Um, it's got 96 total square feet. And talk to him if you have anyone looking for a retail type of location. You can do a convenience store, grocery, liquor, office, dental, all that stuff. So talk to Jagjit Singh for his lease listing. 3825 on Valley, number 20 Walnut. This is a $210,000 double wide manufactured home. So you can have a little nice little home, have a little bit of private outdoor barbecue space. And again, you can have a nine in Walnut, a manufactured property, three bedrooms, two baths, 1,259 square feet. Talk to Alicia Valencia if this is her new listing. Congrats to her. That same listing on 208 Holt Pomona is also for sale at 1 million. So the landlord seller is flexible. If you have anyone looking to do a 1031 exchange, or maybe they have a business they want to occupy one and rent out, this is a great fit in Pomona. And we have in Hemet 7816 Rawls Drive. 458,000. You get a two-bedroom, two-bath home with 2,000 square feet. That's one of the biggest two bedrooms I've seen with 2,000 square feet. Anyway, so you do have this resort-like community, beautiful property and photography. I like it. It's only 2009 built. Look at that big, big living room, family room opening up to the kitchen. This is Henry's new listing, and I think this is a 55 plus resort community. So it's pretty much for those retirement or downsizers, even though it's very large. But what at this price per square foot at 221, this is lower than the cost of construction, guys. So this is a good value. If you have anyone looking to retire or buy an income property and rent it to someone who's 55 plus, you can do it and have a nice little park as your backyard. 100 Alameda in 244 Los Angeles. This is a 2050 monthly rent for 519 square foot right near Little Tokyo. So this location is in walking distance to Japanese Village. I think Johan was the supermarket there back in the day. Anyway, take a look if you have anyone looking to rent. It's 2,000 per month, and listing agent is Lawrence Lau. Congrats to our new listing here on 840 Foothill in Azusa. This is a 250,000 manufactured home again, 1,200 square feet, two bedrooms, two bath, double wide, and is Doreen and Tammy. And we have 800 Las Tunas Drive in San Gabriel. Right here, just in 120,000. We have a restaurant just newly established. It's this restaurant over here for 120,000. You can take it over. And this is a nice little restaurant for sale, business opportunity. We also have 2156 Tomich in Hacienda Heights. This is 1.45 million. Wow, this is a really attractive price, under 500 a square foot with the big 13,000 lot size. This single family is beautiful. It's lovely inside. spacious, move-in ready, nice backsplash, and looks like a very nice home. Two-story. Talk to Amy if you have anyone interested in this wonderful Hacienda Heights listing. Oh, it's right bordering the Shaba Room Park. So that's really cool. Three-car garage. I like it. 683 First Ave in number 8 in Arcadia for rent. It's 4,500 per month. It's a good rent considering it's north of the 10 freeway. 210 freeway, 4,500 per month. Move-in ready. It looks like it's been remodeled and it's only a 2017 structure, so there's probably nothing wrong with it. Talk to Carmen Lee if you have anyone interested in renting. The rental rate is very low, 2.25 a square foot. That's not too bad in Arcadia. 400 Atlantic Boulevard, Monterey Park. We have 31.88 square feet for this 2024 new construction retail store, restaurant space, boba store, whatever you like. This is the monthly rent for lease and for 400 North Atlantic. Great, great, amazing location near the Atlantic and Garvey. So if you have anyone interested in putting a new business here, I think this is a great space. It's very attractive, and to me, you have a lot of walk and street traffic, pedestrian and street car traffic here for any new business. We also have another 283 Garvey in Monterey Park. This is 5,000 square feet, and listing agent is Henry Liu. Talk to him if you have anyone looking for this Monterey Park. They have a little brand new area. This is a brand new 5,000 square feet commercial building on a big lot at Garvey and Nicholson in the heart of Monterey Park. So what you have here is going to be um, it's active. It's a lease, so talk to him. It's probably very negotiable in terms of what the leasing price is. But for 5,000 square feet, that's big. You can have a lot of different flexible usages, maybe furniture store or retail dining. There's a lot of different things you can do with such a large pad. In Monterey Pass Road, we do have for 1.8 million this little retail or industrial property. I'm sorry. So Monterey Park Pass Road, very industrial area. This is Henry Liu's new listing. Talk to him if you have anyone looking for warehouse industrial size, 3,200 square feet building. And 651 Duarte Road in Arcadia. I know this little shopping center. This is a very, very commonly used area, 647 square foot retail store you can have and rent it out. So talk to him. It's negotiable on the price. In the heart of it, it's roughly a turnkey medical office existing. Henry Liu's new listing here. And you can see there is some decent tenants going on by the supermarket. 999 Valley, Unit 56 in Alhambra. For 700,000, you get a two-bedroom, two-bath, 1,100 square feet, near the Vincent Lugo Park and Almanza Park. So this is a remodeled property, mind you, two bedrooms, two baths, and excellent Alhambra location to me. So take a look if you have anyone interested in this type of listing. It's only listed with Sylvia and Helen Ma. All right, 999 Valley. And 683 First Ave. This is Unit D Arcadia, 3750 per month for rent. This is I think this is one of the ones that we already saw. This is going to be with Carmen Lee. So it's for rent and for sale. All right. So let's talk about our closers real quick, and just wanted to recognize some of our producers who have closed something in the past couple weeks. And so these are our sold listings. And let me go by date real quick. We have 4532 Walnut Street in Baldwin Park. This was our listing that just sold with Rodney Ruiz. Baldwin Park, where can you find a almost 19,000 square foot lot size? He got this sold in 1 week. I talked to him and helped him with the transaction coordinator work. Very, very interesting property. We pitched it. It was beautiful and got 1.3 million. And yeah, take a look at this backyard. It was just 19,000 street to street. So that was something that's special where you, from both streets, you have access and you have what's called a driveway on both sides of the streets. So happy for Rodney and getting this property that he remodeled himself. Um, 5321 Golden West in Temple City sold for 1.03 million. So this three bedroom sold in Temple City for 1,030,000. And it's a nice comp, 762 square feet, just near the Temple City branch office. Congratulations to Jackson Wong. Love it. Good job. And 202 Norman Ave in Arcadia. This listing closed full price by Jerry and Connie Baker. Almost 2,000 square foot, but we had a 15,000 lot size in Arcadia. It was a fixer-upper, but we still got full price. Where can you get a almost 16,000 lot in Arcadia? This was a steal to me for 1.45 million. And you have 2986 Arbor Lane in Ontario, just sold for 780,000. Congrats to Doreen Twan getting this listing sold. Proud of her and her daughter. Awesome. They always do great work. And Arbor Lane, Ontario, just closed. 2827 Edinger in Santa Ana. This lovely remodeled home just closed for $850,000. That's a gorgeous interior and photography. Very proud to see Kathleen Vong get another one of her closings just closed. Beautiful. She's a top producer and excellent sales agent for so many years. 537 Diamond Street in Monrovia closed. This is David Chuck, his own home that he lived in, 1.125 million. Proud of Dave Chuck. He came in here and got his listing closed. Proud of him. He's been out of the in semi-retirement and came back into business, learned all the new forms and got this done very well. So very good and happy for Dave Chuck getting this one closed. And Candle Lab in Los Angeles was sold by Danny Estremera. Kudos to him. We have a couple other closings on the buy side, and we'll end and wrap up today's sales meeting. Unless you have any questions, let me know. Okay, I got some pendings, but we're not going to talk about the pendings. Let's just focus on the solds. And we have 222 Maricopa Irvine. This closed for 1.849 million. Beautiful property and the amazing deal that this agent negotiated for a brand new construction. This is Clinton Chung and he's actually bought it for himself. So I'm very proud of Clinton, who's basically a young 30s-year-old and now owns a gorgeous Irvine property. So very happy for him getting this one closed. And just something to note, guys. What's $80,000 commission? Okay. Out of 1.85 closing price. They negotiated $200,000 off the original asking price, and you got $80,000. If you did the math, this is a 7.5 roughly percent commission, guys. So if you're working with a new builder, this builder has promotions. And if you have any clients looking for a new build, you can negotiate 3% commissions or even more. It is possible. So to me, the law to me, getting 7.5% commission is amazing for representing a buyer. And guess how much work you do as a buyer's broker in a new construction? You do nothing. You just go ahead and um meet with the client and visit every time there's an appointment. 1310 Orange Grove, number 103, Pasadena. This sold for 580,000. Our buyer's agent just got this closed. So just want to congratulate Tony Crespo. He got this one closed very well for him and worked with Sylvia Ramos. Very good job. You have 1840 Chapel in Alhambra just closed. Our buyer paid over asking 155,000, probably because it's a nice 10,000 lot. And this was listed with another listing agent, but Kathleen Vong and her buyer loved the potential of this property and probably will fix it up and get it ready to go on Chapel. Our buyer closed for 15318 Los Altos Drive in Hacienda Heights. And this was with Jean Chang, who's just here. Happy to hear her get her and her client a nice, lovely Hacienda Heights home, and just paid a little 25,000 over asking. 1724 Angel Court in Anaheim closed 700,000. Congratulations to Daniel Wong. So he got this closed for his client, negotiated a great deal. And Francisquito Ave in Baldwin Park got closed 490,000. Good job to Sally Wu of our Acadia office. And 424 Via Valverde in Montebello closed. Congratulations to Sylvia Ramos and Mark Ramos on getting this lovely single family home sold. It's only a 2-bedroom and got a good price for their buyer. 573 closed. This was already talked about. And that's going to bring us to the end of today's sales meeting. Any other questions or things from you or on your end? If not, thank you for sticking on this extra long meeting. I appreciate you all being here. I'll stick around. I'm available now Monday to Friday. I'm here at the office. If you need to catch up on anything or you want to discuss any strategy or situations in your in your deals, just give me a call. Happy to see from you, talk to you guys, see you guys next time. All right.